Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you all, students? I hope you all remember what we did in the last classes. So we were in chapter number 3, okay, that is private, public and global enterprises. Okay, so here we studied the various kinds of organizations which come under private and public sector. Okay, under private sector we studied in the second chapter. Okay, the forms of organization which comes under private sector are sole proprietorship, partnership, joint Hindu family business and cooperative society. Okay, and also joint stock company. So under public sector, in third chapter we studied that there are three kinds of organizations, that is departmental undertaking, statutory corporation and government company. Okay, other than this there is also one more type of organization, that is global enterprises. Okay, global enterprises, they are the MNCs, the multinational companies. Okay, they are huge industrial organization which extend their marketing and industrial relations in various countries. Okay, they are multinational companies. So today we will learn about another kind of business organization, that is joint venture. Okay, now what is a joint venture? When two business join together for a common and mutual benefit, it is called as a joint venture. Okay, when two business organizations collaborate with each other in order to achieve a common and mutual benefit, it is called as joint venture. Now these joint ventures, they can be flexible, okay, depending on the organizations. It can be flexible. So but the agreement should be made at the beginning of entering the joint venture, which states all the points relating to the agreement. Okay, this has to be done in order to avoid conflict between the two organizations. Okay, so all the terms relating to the joint venture has to be stated at the beginning itself. Okay, now a joint venture, it can be between organization within the same country or between organizations of different countries. Okay, joint venture can be between two businesses of different countries. Okay, so in this case, if the business organizations are of different countries, then certain provisions provided by the government of the two countries have to be followed. Okay, in other words, joint venture is pooling of resources and expertise of two or more businesses to achieve a particular goal. Okay, here the risks and the profits of the business are shared by both the companies. Okay, now the main reason behind the joint venture is business expansion, development of new products, or to enter into new markets. Okay, that particularly in another country. So these are the aims of joint venture, that is to expand the business, to develop new innovative product and to enter new markets, that is in new countries. Okay, so this is about joint venture. Next, let's see the types of joint venture. There are two kinds of joint venture. Okay, that is contractual joint venture. First one is contractual joint venture. Second one, equity based joint venture. What is a contractual joint venture? It is a kind of joint venture where a new jointly owned entity is not created. Okay, a new entity is not created here. Only an agreement is made by both the companies to work together. Okay, all the terms regarding the venture are stated clearly and they just agree to work together. Okay, the parties or the two companies will not share the ownership of the business. Okay, an example for contractual joint venture is franchisee relationship. Okay, franchisee relationship is a Example for joint venture. Under this, under franchisee kind of joint venture, two or more parties have a common intention. That is, two business have common intention of running a business venture. Each party will bring inputs of its own. Okay, each company will bring inputs of its own companies. Both the parties exercise some control. Both the parties will have certain degree of control over the business venture. Okay. Here the relationship between the two companies is of longer duration. Okay. This joint venture is not formed in order to complete a particular project, but it is for a longer duration. Okay. So this is contractual joint venture. Second one is equity based joint venture. Here, under equity based joint venture, the business formed has a separate business entity. Okay, it has a separate business entity which is jointly owned by two or more companies. Okay, and it is formed in accordance with the agreement of the companies. At the beginning of the joint venture, agreement is made regarding all the terms of the venture. Okay. Here the main factor is that the joint venture is not by just two parties. It can be by two or more parties. Okay. The form of business entity may be a company, a partnership firm, a trust, or any limited liability partnership firm. Okay. So under this, there is an agreement to either create a new entity, okay, or the company can join an existing company, okay. The ownership is shared by the parties involved. That is, as I said earlier, here the joint venture is not by just two companies. It can be by more than two companies. The ownership is shared by all the parties. Okay, and also the management of the joint venture is shared by all the companies here. The responsibilities regarding capital investment and also other financial arrangements is shared by the companies. The profits and losses are also shared. Okay, so this is equity based joint venture. Under contractual joint venture, a separate entity is not created. Under equity based joint venture, a separate entity is created, and equity based joint venture can be by more than two parties. Okay, a joint venture, it must be based on memorandum of understanding by both the parties. Okay, that is, at the beginning of the joint venture, they have to make an agreement which highlights all the points. Okay, regarding the management of the business, the ownership of the business, how the various responsibilities, the financial arrangements is shared by the parties. Everything has to be mentioned in the memorandum of understanding. Okay. Examples of joint venture are Delhi Aviation Fuel Facility Limited. Okay. And second one is Green Gas Limited. These are some of the examples of joint ventures. Okay, now let's see the benefits of joint venture. Now when any organization or any company, when they enter into a joint venture, they will see the benefits and then only they will enter the joint venture, right? They will see what benefit the company can get through this new kind of agreement, right? So the various benefits are increased resources and capacity. Now, when a company collaborates with another company, it will help the company to grow more quickly and efficiently. This is because they get more financial resources and also human resources. Okay, that is new employees. They get employees with who are expert in their field. Okay, so joint venture helps companies to get the benefit of increased resources and capacity in terms of finance as well as human resources. Okay. Second one is they get access to new markets and distribution networks. When a company enters into a joint venture with a company from another country, they get entry to a new market. Okay. For example, when foreign companies, when they come to India, they get access to the vast Indian market. Okay, their products may be out of trend in their company. Okay, but that same product they can introduce in India, and they can create a new market. Okay. Third one is access to technology. Technology is the major factor for most business to enter joint ventures. Advanced techniques of production leads to superior quality products, which saves a lot of time, energy and investment. Okay, technology will add efficiency and effectiveness, so the cost of production is reduced here. Okay. Third one is innovation. Joint venture allows businesses to come up with new innovative products. Okay, new innovative and creative products. Foreign companies, they can come up with new products because of new ideas and technology. They can introduce the products which they have already introduced in their country in new countries and achieve a new market for their products. The next one is lower cost of production. Now, when foreign companies enter into a joint venture with Indian company, they get the benefit of lower cost of production. This is because in India, the cost of production is relatively lower in India than other countries. Okay, they can also get the benefit of getting good quality products at a lower price, and also technically qualified workforce and management professionals. Okay. Next one is established brand name. This is one of the main advantage of joint venture. That is, when two companies enter into a joint venture, both the parties will get benefit of each other's goodwill. You know what is goodwill, right? Goodwill is the good name earned by the company throughout the years. Okay, so through a joint venture, the companies can benefit from each other's goodwill. For example, when a foreign company comes to India, okay, they need not spend time and money on establishing a new brand name. Okay, they can sell their products in the name which is already earned by the Indian company. Okay, so here a lot of time and investment is saved here. They can sell their products under the goodwill of the Indian company with which they have entered into a joint venture. Okay, so this is one of the main advantage of joint venture. Next one is public-private partnership. This is another kind of organization, that is PPP, public-private partnership. Now, this is a relationship between public sector and private sector for allocation and completion of development projects. It is a relationship between public and private sector for allocating and completing the development projects. All the projects which can be done by the public sector is given to the public sector, and all the projects which can be easily done by the private sector is allocated to the private sector here. Now, the public partners here under PPP, the public partners are government entities like ministries, various government departments, municipalities, etc. The private sector partners are local or foreign companies, okay, who work for the project. Okay, these are the private sector partners. Now, under the PPP model, what the public sector has to do, it plays an important role, and it sees that all the social obligations are fulfilled. Okay, what the private sector has to do here, the private sector's role is that it has to make use of the expertise in operations, and it has to do the managing task. Okay, in order to run the business efficiently, it has to do the managing tasks of the organization. Okay, so the public sector, the role of public sector is to fulfill all the social responsibilities. Okay, and all the expertise and managing task is done by the private sector here. Okay, this is the PPP model. So here we have come to the end of this chapter number 3. So in this chapter, one topic has been left out, that is role of public sector. Okay, changing role of public sector. This topic has been left out. I will do that later on. Changing role of public sector. Okay, that's all for today, students.